It's time for Blumpkin and Friends, starring your host, the Reverend Johnny Blumpkin.
Lick, lick, lick my balls!
Hey kids, I'm the Reverend Johnny Blumpkin, and today we've got a different kind of show. I was a call-in guest to another podcast recently. Here's the setup. A gentleman by the name of Paul from the Basketcase Podcast out of Du Bois, Pennsylvania, messaged me on Twitter, and we've become fast friends via the internet, and I decided to help them out because they're a new show, so they needed a guest, and they really wanted a guest. So I lent to them my vocal talents, and they conducted a semi-impromptu interview of me, and we didn't even know what the fuck we were going to talk about. Also, during the course of this, they were the latest contestants on BS Trivia.
Oh my god, no way!
So today's episode is going to consist of that phone interview, and the game, and some surprises. So without further ado, here is my appearance on the Basketcase Podcast.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Pretty good. About y'all?
Good. We're great. I'm sitting here with Rob, Jake, and Liz. As you know, welcome to Basketcase Podcast.
What's up, bub?
How's it going there, Reverend Blumpkin?
I was just sitting here with my notes, gearing up to do the show with you guys, and then my wife comes knocking on the back door. She's about to leave, and she's holding this kid I've never fucking seen before. And she's like, do you know whose kid this is? And she's holding this, 1.5-year-old toddler.
Is it the mailman's?
I have no fucking idea whose kid that is.
Is it the mailman's?
Does it look like the mailman?
Say that again?
Is it the mailman's?
Fuck if I know. Apparently the kid's from 3 doors down. He was just walking down the street because his parents didn't see him leave.
So this 1.5-year-old is from a band from the late 2000s? I think that's fucking amazing.
Well, it's apparently getting caught by strangers is his kryptonite.
Oh, yeah. I spent my
You're
week...
going to name drop. I'm going to throw back puns. That's how this shit works, dude.
Hey,
Absolutely.
man, go for it, man.
We're all about fucking with each other on this podcast, brother.
Let's rewind a little bit.
Hold on, I got to turn you up here.
Welcome to Basketcase, Reverend Blumpkin.
It's good to be on. It's nice to help you guys get started.
We thank you for that.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
It's nice that we've built a little bit of a mutual admiration society via Twitter. I think more podcasters should take the time to network with other podcasters and do swap casts and be guests. And it makes having another episode way easier.
Yeah, and it gives you more... it opens up everybody else's fan bases to everybody, too.
Right.
And I got to say, thank you for the personal follow, by the way. I seen here on Twitter, I'm not sure if it was yesterday or the day before, but you followed me, and I seen it, and I was like, who the hell is this Blumpkin guy? And he's like, oh, that's our next star. Oh, great. Okay. I guess I should follow him. I didn't realize. I'm sorry.
Do you guys not talk about this shit ahead of time? Paul, you got to let your producer know what's going on.
I try to, but he's about fucking 10 brain cells short of a fucking picnic basket.
Now, hey, listen, I told you not to make fun of my crash on me, man.
He's celebrating sobriety. We got to give him that much.
He is what we call mildly retarded.
We thought we lived in an iceberg, and here you're from Minnesota?
Yeah, that whole Minnesota nice, which I got to say, it's a two-edged sword. We can be really nice, but if you fuck with the wrong people from Minnesota, it's like we instantly go into kill mode. I don't know if it's all the cold and the snow and the fucking 8 months of winter and then the 4 months of construction season thereafter, but we are some bitter sons of bitches.
I don't blame you.
That was our whole protest to the global warming theory that we had earlier.
Was what? That I have so much winter in Minnesota?
That everybody says the global warming's going on, and we've been looking at, here it is May, and we're still, we got one more snow to go.
Rob, that was a weird segue. You got to admit that.
Yeah, it was, buddy.
No, don't give me the
Keep
face.
Yeah, but where I'm at, we always get 1 or 2 really good snows in April and possibly 1 in May, and I think a few years ago we had 1 in June.
Yeah, forget all that shit.
Fuck that.
It's seriously, people around here, one of the sayings in Minnesota is if you don't like the weather, wait a day. Because we have these odd 40, 50, 60-degree swings. That's in no way hyperbole. The shit will go from being, 80 and sunny to then suddenly we have this weird 2 days of a cold swoon and it's almost snowing.
We
and
understand
then back to swamp-ass weather the next day.
We understand that. In past, I'd say last week, we started the weekend snowing in the 30s. By the end of that week, we were in 80s and all outside running around in shorts and tank tops.
Oh, that sounds nice, because I damn near threw my back out shoveling last weekend. I went from having almost no snow to having 18 inches of fresh white powder outside.
Oh, boy.
I know about that. That's some fun times, but I'm 5 months away from that, man, so...
Oh.
You need to
Well, now it's like 65 and sunny, and my backyard is abuzz with the sound of a Hmong birthday party next door. Those people apparently don't know how to keep their fucking voices down.
Whatever happened to snow at Christmas time?
Stop it!
And here it is. It's going to be Memorial Day, and we're going to get snow.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, Rob, you might want to try talking into your mic and not at me, buddy. No, you weren't. You were talking to me. I couldn't hear a word you just fucking said.
I heard him talking about coming up on Memorial Day. Well, we still got another month and change to go. If it fucking snows on Memorial Day, then you know we are getting some wicked La Nina action. And not the kind that people pay top dollar for on Pornhub.
I'm going to go out there and say that ours is actually going to be this week. We're supposed to have, I guess, supposedly a dusting tomorrow, but that should be the last of it.
Yeah. Well, good. I hope it snows enough that Sidney Crosby can't get out of his fucking driveway and the Flyers get a chance for one more game.
Absolutely. Down here in Pennsylvania, usually we don't like something. We just fucking wing batteries at it from the 7th fucking level.
Batteries and bad call bricks.
Yeah, tell me about that battery throw and shit, because when Paul said that to me online, I was like, what is he talking about? Are people chucking, like, D-cell batteries onto the ice?
No, basically, really, it's Philadelphia fans. Anybody that goes down there in Philly to the fucking football games and baseball games, if they don't like something, like let's say, for example, the pitcher throws something that they don't fucking like, that poor pitcher is going to have, like, fucking... Yeah. Ass loads of like AA and AAA batteries just fucking winged at them from high up, or snowballs or whatever else.
I thought it was a dick move that they were throwing beer cans during the NFC Championship game.
Oh, absolutely, it is. Philly fans are fucking dickheads.
That's way worse.
Well, here's the stupid thing: they actually trashed their town when they won the Super Bowl. They trashed their own town.
Their town's been.
Well, when you win the big game, what better way to show your pride and fandom than to destroy all of your public infrastructure?
Well, I mean, you see, that's the thing. If they would have lost, they would have destroyed it. If they would have won, they would have destroyed it. Either way, Philly's fucked from the get-go.
And then we also have something down in Philadelphia called the Wing Bowl. Rob, would you care to explain what the Wing Bowl is, buddy?
Wing Bowl was started actually, and I found out about this, but Wing Bowl was actually started because Philly had never won a Super Bowl. So they came up with their own thing called the Wing Bowl, and it's actually a wing-eating competition. Now you take a bunch of drunk people inside of a stadium, feed them a bunch of wings, and obviously you have it coming out both ends at this point. To which the plumbing's not designed in the place in order to keep up with all this.
Basically, what he's saying is they half cook a bunch of fucking chicken wings, and then all these idiots fucking eat them in a parking lot, a dirty fucking nasty parking lot. And they all get the shits, and they all start puking. What else happens there, Rob?
Well, I mean, like I said, the plumbing can't keep up with it. From what I understand, from the reports that we got, there was actually the shit was piling up so high in the toilet that it was reaching the top of the toilet.
Yeah, but what else happens in the shit and the puke that's not very desirable?
They're also having sex.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
I don't know what you're meaning, man.
That's the only reason why I'd want to go, though.
So you can have sex in a pile of somebody else's shit and vomit?
Well, I don't know about you, but when I take a healthy deuce, I think about wanting to get down.
See, right? I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Because after you're done, you feel 5 pounds lighter, you're light, you're airy, you're ready to go.
More maneuverability. You got the exact words there.
Now, you see, my beautiful wife is also on this podcast with us, and usually what happens is either if she's got to go or I got to go, we'll just shit on each other's chest.
And then I'm drunk and you feel it rocking the house in the middle of the fucking night thinking it's a damn earthquake.
Gets pretty weird over here.
Just a little.
Nice.
Paul won't be getting in any again tonight, I guess.
No, he'll be sleeping on the damn couch after that comment.
He can cuddle me.
Fuck you.
Oh.
So anyways, Reverend Blumpkin, what got you into the podcast? What made you want to start your podcast, which is the Blumpkin Show?
Okay, years ago, I had a friend named Graham who did a show called It Radio on Tourette's Radio. It was carried by the Blueberry Network. And he did that show for 300-some episodes over the span of a decade, and I did a number of guest spots there. And that's where I started using this stage name and kind of carving out my on-air persona, working on my shtick, my timing, my delivery, my puns.
There you go.
And then years later, I was doing another show with a guy, and he wanted to do all this super serious news crap all the time, and I'm like, you can't just start a show with politics. You should probably let the audience get to know you by doing some personal episodes, telling some self-deprecating stories. And that guy, unfortunately, did not ever... He was not very humble, so he never said anything to diss himself. He was always the tough guy that was like, no, man, I only fuck tens, and I'm so tough, and this, that, and the other. So I booted him and started doing this show, Blumpkin&Friends.
Hold on a second. Time out here. Before we get into this whole thing and go any further with this, I'm getting fingers over here from the fact that dick and fart jokes were not the start of the whole Basketcase podcast.
No.
So, I mean, yeah, we do have a format when it's all comes together. And nice try. When it all comes together, we have a format that we follow, okay? And usually the format is we introduce and then we have a light discussion. And then whatever interview we're going to have, then Dick Bag segment comes up, and then the news at the end to wrap it out.
And then Rob tries to blow all of us.
Well, my only question is then how come whenever you want me to design shirts, the 10 ideas that Ian's guys have come up with has had something to do with dicks in it?
And most of them were your ideas, Rob.
That is a good point.
Why are you guys homophobic?
We're not.
I'm not saying homophobic. I'm saying why
And
the
you
hell?
should love the fact that it's dicks.
Easy.
Hey,
You
I
guys
never
are-
said
hey,
I don't love dicks.
Easy.
I'm saying the fact of I love dick, but
Did we get that? We
That's
need that
right.
as a
Okay.
drop.
Who
Hold
doesn't?
on.
I mean, come on.
Exactly, Mr. Blumpkin. I just want you to see our standpoint on this. Can I call you Rev? Can you
Yeah,
just-
most people just call me Reverend on the show.
All right.
There you
The person that you just described almost to a T fits Rob, except for the rainbow suspenders and the short shorts, which are giving me a pleasant view right now. But the reason why he's saying, "Oh, I'm getting all these fingers," is because, dude, that was an accurate description. You can't even lie.
It's usually WrestleMania and news.
Yeah.
What's wrong with WrestleMania?
It's weird.
I'll tell you what's
WrestleMania?
wrong with WrestleMania. There's too many goddamn Ring of Honor stars and New Japan stars on the card these days, and all the indies are getting fucked out of their top talent.
Well, the top talent actually doesn't exist anymore. If you're relying on Brock Lesnar to carry a belt and be a part-time champion, then yeah.
Yeah, Brock can fuck off. I mean, he's from this area, and he's apparently, our star from Minnesota. But seriously, that guy can eat an entire duffel bag of dicks with his attitude and his lack of... I mean, yes, it's Suplex City, but we get it. You're big, and you can throw people around. And can we get somebody that's fucking interesting, please?
I think I just came.
I think wrestling would be more interesting if they put chainsaws in the fucking ring.
oh my gosh.
Years ago, my friend Rick James and I were sitting at work at Menards. I don't know if you know what Menards is. It's like another Home Depot, but it's Midwest and
Yeah.
local.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So we're sitting there talking about wrestlers that are well past their prime, and this was back when Nash and Hall and Hogan and Flair and them were all clogging up TV when there were plenty of younger stars coming up, and I got the idea for what I called the Volcano Battle Royale, and it was a 40-man over the top rope tournament, one match. Winner gets to jump into the lava on their own. Basically, try to eliminate all this talent we were sick of seeing on TV because we wanted to see more athletic guys. I think it was around the same time that Vince was basically wiping his ass with all of what used to be the top ECW guys as he had dismantled Paul Heyman territory and started just shitting all over all of his top talent, making Tommy Dreamer a fucking jobber and making Sabu an afterthought and putting the strap on Rob Van Dam in one crappy weed charge, and next thing you know, he yanks him out of the whole main event program. You could take the Brock Lesnars, the Roman Reigns of the world, select other Paige because all she's good for is sounding retarded on a microphone and taking dick.
No,
all
hold
these
on a
people,
second.
you can put them in a ring inside of a volcano and just let them go to town with each other.
Her porn video wasn't that bad.
I don't know. I did a WrestleCast episode not that long ago heading into the Omega Jericho match, and one of the topics was Paige and how she should be ashamed of herself for all the videos and pictures of her with dicks in her mouth on the internet there are.
Well, I mean, she caught hell for the whole thing, but there was also, Xavier was in the video as well.
Yeah, isn't that nice? Her boyfriend is in there fucking holding the camera, filming her getting dicked by another dude.
Yeah. I mean,
That's kind of awkward.
well, I mean, don't get me wrong. Paige went down the wrong
It
path.
was the definition of cuck porn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in my house. That's the definition of somebody got shot in the fucking chest with a 12 gauge and buried in my backyard. Basically, I mean.
I thought your lawyer said not to talk about that.
Well, the best way to get away with anything is to never tell anybody about it. Remember that shit.
Oops.
Yeah. To everybody's fan bases, you didn't hear that.
Nah, I didn't fucking kill anybody.
That's the motto. Actually, that was the motto of Minnesota there for a while, wasn't it? No, I mean, the governor that you had was a wrestler, so I mean, he knew how to tell a story and a half too.
How much baby oil do you think was at that podium when he's giving speeches?
Let me tell you that when Ventura got elected governor, I was in high school, and it was my senior year, and I remember going into one of my social studies teacher's classes to kind of rib him because he was a very strong anti-Ventura guy, and I walked in just in time for some other guy to ask him if he saw the results of the gubernatorial race, and he's like, I don't want to talk about it. And I thought to myself, why wouldn't you want to talk about the body? I went from being a mayor of Brooklyn Park to being the most important and powerful man in a state that most people wouldn't wipe their ass with.
Oh,
Yet
yeah.
I mention I do impressions.
Yeah,
of
you
the
got
body.
to actually you got a good Governor Ventura going on there.
I've had a lot of time to sit down in Mexico and ruminate and work on my shtick, you know. When I'm not plotting ways to hire Mexican cartel assassins to take out Alex Jones, I like to sit there and just talk to myself in the mirror.
You just
Still put on the feather boa and all like it's old times.
You got to follow the paper, is what it is.
Absolutely. No, yeah. So, anyways, I've spent my week listening to the Blumpkin show in the semi that I drive down the road for 10 hours a day. And I got to tell you, your fucking podcast is hilarious. I enjoy the
Is it? Thank you. I love that. Thank you so much.
Oh,
That's why I do it, is to make people... I don't make money. I don't monetize. I'm not trying to get famous. I literally, in a world full of people that are negative all the time, and yes, I'm a bitter son of a bitch myself, but I want to make people laugh.
Oh, I spent
Because if you make a positive impact in people's lives, it's a lot better than, this fucking troll on the internet called me a cunt, and now I'm going to spend 45 minutes crafting a paragraph of insults he's not even going to read. But I'm glad you enjoy the show. I strive
You're
for
saying
laughs.
not to attack
I
anybody.
put it all
I'm
out
saying
there. I'm an
attack
open book.
everybody.
I don't care if I make fun of myself to the point that most people would be embarrassed. I have literally no shame.
Oh yeah, no, I loved it. I mean, I don't imagine Rob or Jake has listened to it yet, but I'm sure they're going to. You know, Rob drives a truck too. Him and I talk on the phone quite a bit. But yeah, that's I spent my week listening to a lot of the stories from Menards that you have in your podcasts. And other than that,
That's only scratching the surface of them. Holy Christ!
oh yeah, the other part I enjoy is bullshit trivia.
What?
Yes, bullshit trivia is a game I invented. I figured I had to spruce it up because I get a lot of people that are hesitant to play Guess Who karaoke roulette.
Yeah,
It's basically you get 5 clues to guess who the secret famous or historical figure is.
yeah.
And if you lose, you have to sing a crappy pop song. And if I lose, I have to sing a crappy pop song. I don't mind singing.
I think I might be down for a game if you're willing. I mean, after you get done explaining what you were. I'm sorry I cut you off like that.
Oh, I was going to say, on my show, we play 4 games. There's the RPS challenge. It is what it sounds. It's a rock, paper, scissors challenge, but without doing the hands physically. People write down their hands ahead of time. I took that, and it's a legacy game from It Radio. I brought it back after my friend Graham put his show into retirement. And then I came up with Guess Who karaoke roulette. And then I basically ripped off a puzzle theme from Wheel of Fortune, before and after. So it's called Word Orgy. And then we also play BS Trivia, which Paul asked me if I would like to play BS Trivia with you all.
Absolutely.
And not only was I excited, I came up with 10 questions that I am ready. If you guys want to work as a team, that's fine.
If we're gonna do that, give me like 5 seconds here to get my wife back in here on her headset so she can answer as well. But at the end of this, now does this mean we all have to sing a shitty pop song to send to you, so that you can?
Oh no, that's if we're playing Guess Who karaoke roulette.
Oh,
that's a whole
okay.
other
That's
piece.
right. That's right.
Oh man, we should.
So if we lose, what do you want from us? I guess I should say.
Well, BS Trivia, it's just a matter of scoring points. So depending upon how you guys all collectively do, I have, because I record in my basement, there's concrete walls, and there's a wall of champions for the RPS challenge. I literally write down the wall of champions on the wall. So for
cool.
BS Trivia, the scoreboard for all-time points per episode is on the wall, too. It's a painted yellow wall that came with the house, and it's chock full of fucking red Sharpie.
Nice.
Nice.
Well played. There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, go ahead, Rob. You can keep talking to him. I'm going to go get Liz so she can take her part in this as well.
Well, what's the rules? To this?
Okay, well, I'll explain it here. No phones and no computers. Let's keep it honest here, gentlemen. I know it's easy to Google shit while you're sitting there and I'm not in the room to keep my eyes on you.
Yeah, Rob.
The only one with a computer here is me, man. The screen's going off when we play.
I mean, Rob watches porno sometimes whenever we're in the middle of a skit, just so then he can get all worked up and stuff.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with watching porno.
In a room with 3 other fucking guys, including your son, yeah, there is something wrong with that.
I'd rather be looking at the fake titties than a dick that's in the room.
Oh my god.
I mean, me and my wife, we watch porn together, but we don't do it because it gets us off or it turns us on. I watch porn to do audio commentary tracks and make fun of all the techniques and the gagging sounds and the shit like that.
My wife actually darkens the picture and we listen to the sound.
Just the sloshing, you get as much out of just punching a mayonnaise jar.
No, I mean...
Jake, could you imagine all the fucking
That's
hair?
hilarious that you say that, because I have a euphemism I've been using for years to explain to people what it sounds like to fuck a really fat bitch. And I imagine the sound of fisting a jar of mayonnaise, and that's what it's like, because their pussies are all loose.
See, we're on the same wavelength, man. That or just stirring a pot of mac and cheese really viciously.
All right, my wife is back on the mic now. Honey, we're going to play bullshit trivia.
That's a new one.
Well, I'm glad I at least taught you something.
We can all play together. None of us are going to use computers or cell
Let me
phones.
close my computer then.
All right.
You love your pet. You buy them special food, have their fur groomed, even take them to a vet's office 2 counties away to have their anal glands expressed. Why, we'll even bet there's a special jar of peanut butter in the cupboard with their name written on it right now. Here at Intercontinental Airlines, we appreciate those facts, which is why you'll never see us jam a dog into an overhead compartment bin like those other airlines. United. Home to the most humane and comforting travel bins your dog, cat, miniature pig, giant rabbit, or marmoset has ever ridden in. Because at Intercontinental Airlines, it gets us wet to care for your pet. I mean, you can bet we'll take care of your pet. 50 domestic routes worldwide, and now taking bookings for one-way trip packages to Yulin, China for the Lychee and Dog Meat Festival. Intercontinental Airlines. Satisfaction in the skies.
You're listening to Blumpkin and Friends.
Alrighty, we're all ready here for bullshit trivia.
So-
You are, sir.
All right, so BS Trivia, it's 10 questions. There might be an answer. There might not be an answer. I will give you points for creativity if I see fit.
It's time to play bullshit trivia on Blumpkin and Friends.
But anyways, let's get the ball rolling here. Question number 1. What was the room number in the Kobe Bryant rape case?
Gentlemen, do you have an answer?
I have no fucking clue.
No clue.
I don't follow Kobe Bryant.
I want to say it was room 219.
Ooh, that's wrong. It was room 35. It's actually become a ongoing punchline for Dave Chappelle. Room 35 at the lodge he was at in Colorado when he fucked that chick in the ass and had to buy his wife a 10-carat diamond ring.
Oh, damn.
Well, I suppose no
That's
point.
okay.
No
You got
points for
9
question
more
one.
chances to get on the board.
9 more chances.
9 more chances. All right.
Obviously, none of us know anything about Kobe Bryant.
Well, if I remember things about famous people, it's whether or not they've sucked their dick in people's asses.
I like this guy.
Absolutely. Before you get into question number 2,
Well,
you two need to
if
listen
you're going
to
to
this
be
podcast.
famous, you might as well push a broad shit in every now and then, and you make national media coverage for it.
I agree
Then
wholeheartedly.
you don't have the
or
one story we
wholeheartedly.
had that I'll have later.
True. All right, question number 2.
Question number 2. It's a slogan. Finish it for me. Maybe
she's born with it. Maybe it's methamphetamines.
Oh, God. Come on. You're right there on the precipice.
Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline, I believe is what you're looking for.
There you go. He's on the board.
Obviously, we know who wears the makeup in the room.
Fantastic.
Hey, I am too much of a tomboy to wear it all the time.
From so many different things. Let's go. Question number 3.
All right.
Spell paprika.
Paprika.
Hold it. Did you say spell or smell paprika?
Spell.
Spell, you fucking Sasquatch. He said spell.
Listen.
I didn't know
carefully.
that this was an
Well, you can
interactive
smell
game
it
or
too
what.
if that's how you like doing it.
I didn't know if this was an interactive
You
game.
can some paprika. And then you could call in another fake bomb threat to a fake hospital.
Yeah. You like that? Yeah, I bet you really did. Yeah, that seems to be everybody's favorite fucking segment. Next question.
At least you know people are hearing about it.
Okay. Jake, if you're going to get burned that bad in a gag, you got to take it like a man. You can't get butthurt about it.
I work at Taco Bell.
That's the kind of shit that makes its way onto other websites that people are like, holy Christ, they totally got this guy.
I work at Taco Bell. I eat there every day. My ass gets burned enough.
Well, I could almost hear it pucker on the air when you guys were doing that shit. Oh, my God.
Absolutely.
You just said my real name. You said my real fucking name. They're gonna fucking FBI's gonna come here. They're gonna call me a terrorist.
That is actually a really good impression. I can't be mad.
Absolutely. We're on question number 4, I think. Is that right?
Question number 4.
All right.
True or false?
I'm going to go ahead and say false.
No, it's true. This is number 4.
I do revel in the awkward pause when people wait for the actual rest of the question and it never comes. I love that.
It's a good tactic.
Question number 5. How many U.S. presidents were born in Pennsylvania?
3.
Ooh, that's a good one. We're all Pennsylvanians, and I don't even fucking know that one. Rob, do you know?
I'm not a Pennsylvanian. I don't claim this fucking state.
I was going to say, I thought it was only one. One that they said actually came from Pennsylvania anyway.
All right, so what's the answer? 3 or 1, guys?
I'm going to go with Liz.
Yeah, we'll go with Liz. Her answer was 1.
That's good. She's right on point. It's 1, and it was James Buchanan.
Oh, good job.
See, Jake had 3 came in Pennsylvania, but not from Pennsylvania.
And 2 in me, so.
Weird.
Number 6. What do you get if you mix a cheesy gordita crunch with a chalupa?
Oh, I fucking know this. Oh, God. You made this one for me, I bet. The shits.
It is. It's diarrhea was the answer.
See, I know my shit about Taco Bell.
Nice.
I like to pander my audience. What can I say? I'm sure Jake was like, oh, that's awesome. This is totally for me. And he recognized it, and I was just throwing you an easy one there, but softball over the plate.
Hey.
Oh, man, I prefer hardballs, but next question.
Weird.
Number 7. Name a movie where Woody Harrelson plays a cop.
Money Train.
There's
Are
no
they
answer.
cops in Money Train? Did I not?
Yeah, he was a subway. He was a transit police. Yeah.
Do you need me to verify that?
Transit police. That's not a real cop.
Yeah, no, that's like a rent-a-car.
You know what? I'll take it. I head down Rampart, 999, and 3 billboards outside of Ebbing, Missouri.
I knew 999. I couldn't think of the fucking name of the movie, though.
Him and Wesley
I
I never
Snipes
heard of
were
999
brothers.
until I was Googling this shit, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? Now I want to see it. Of course, there's not Blockbuster anymore, so I can't just be like, hey, Netflix, play whatever the fuck I want. It's not
Right.
like Alexa.
No,
Which,
yeah.
by the way, here's a bit. I'm going to gift you a bit real quick. The next time you want to do a prank call,
Yes, sir.
get on a local radio station. And while you're giving a shout-out or making a song request, if you think you're going to be on the air, just say, hey, can I give a shout-out to my girlfriend? If they go, yeah, go ahead. Just go, Alexa, order Magnum condoms, and then hang up.
Oh, we are so fucking trying now.
You're going to get at least
Yes.
1 or 2 people that are going to have some
Yeah.
monster dong rubbers coming to their house.
The other fun thing to do is get somebody that can have a soft voice and a kind of a high-pitched voice whenever he wants, like Jake, and register him on live links as a girl so it's free, and then have all these fucking dudes get on online and be like, what's up, bro? And he's like, what the fuck?
Hi, I'm
They get
Stephanie.
upset. Or public access stations as well. Those are fun as fuck, too. They always put you on the air.
Nice. Yeah, I haven't listened to that part of that episode yet. I downloaded it, and I was about to get to the live links sketch.
Oh, yeah. It's not much of one. But
I'm looking forward to it.
It's kind of
That's fine. I mean, you pay for effort.
Oh, yeah. It's all that is literally just kind of a precursor to what's to come with live links. It's got Jake filling out a profile and me bursting in and saying some shit, and then he listens to it back. And then he sends it to some fucking dude, and then the guy won't get on the line, so I say, you're a bitch with Dr. Phil. But there will be more live links phone calls to come.
Oh, yeah.
The other thing you could do is just do your best impression of a black guy and then see how many, like, fat white women respond to you.
Yo, my motherfucking name is Tyrone, bitch. Get it right.
Okay, then.
We're on question number 8.
Yes, sir.
Question number 8, it's always the same question. It's my favorite question, gentlemen and lady. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
Well, I can answer this one. I believe she was in California, but she left there because now Russian hackers are targeting simple devices in people's homes here in America. So I'm going to go ahead and guess she's in Vostok, Russia.
That's a good answer, and I did not think you would have something that creative.
Thank you,
She's
sir.
actually in Mesa, Arizona, purchasing some turquoise jewelry.
I heard her and Waldo were fucking. I guess I got the wrong story.
I don't know.
Do you think that she's going to go for a limp-wristed little skinny faggot like Waldo? Are you kidding me? Wears the same thing every day. She's probably got, like, sexy kinds of diamond-encrusted bustiers under that goddamn trench coat.
I mean, Rob, we
Something's crusty underneath that bush.
She might be a villainess, but trust me, that bitch is hot to trot.
based off your definition of who Waldo is, we basically have Waldo in our room right now.
I am scared for my anus in several different ways now.
Question number 9. How many Super Bowls have the Steelers won?
6.
7.
7? Has it been 7?
It's been 7.
Unfortunately, 7.
I don't even watch football, and I know that.
I have down 6.
Ah! I said 6
No,
I
first,
have
damn
down
it.
6.
There-
I just checked it.
There's
No,
actually
unless
7.
Roethlisberger is that good that he can't just steal a girl's virginity in a bathroom. He can steal an extra championship off season.
Who the hell knows? I don't keep up with it. Last I heard was 6, so...
I guess I was fucking wrong. Jeez.
I have no idea. I don't watch football.
Oh.
I hate Pittsburgh.
That's okay. You guys are 5 out of 9 so far. It's time for the final question. And if you get this one, you're up in my top point scores.
Awesome. Let's fucking do it.
So, question number 10. What is nature's lubricant?
Ooh, that's a tough one. So many fucking choices.
I mean, you have Big Mac grease, you have spit.
No. He said
No,
nature's, not fucking fast food. Fast food is not nature.
Oh, true.
Boy, I'm gonna have to get creative on this one.
Dog shit? I mean, dog shit
I don't
could be a good
want to
one.
know the porn that's going on in his house.
Nature's. That's a tough one. Nature's fucking lubricant.
Tree sap?
I'm gonna say.
That'd be sticky.
I'm gonna go ahead and say Jake's mouth.
I don't think tree sap would be very glidey.
No.
No,
If
that'd
you want
be
to get
sticky.
stuck in a honey hole for a long time, yeah, sure.
You know what? Yeah, I'm going to go with Paul's answer, my mouth.
I
Well,
guess.
I had down spit/saliva, so you're in the wheelhouse. I'll give you a half a point.
Hey, that works. Did we make it onto your board?
Let's see here. You are at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. Yeah, that's better than my babysitter.
Awesome. Congratulations, guys.
Now hold on a second. Is your babysitter hot?
I can't talk about that. She's on the show sometimes.
Oh,
Gentlemen, I'm a married man. I don't look at other women anymore.
that's the same with me. I'm married as well.
Which
Happily
is a
married with
fucking
my wife.
lie because I got married. I didn't get neutered.
I'm married and I'm working on the robot.
I appreciate the female figure. I see other women that are attractive, and yes, it irks my wife, but I'm like, what do you think of her? You think she's pretty? And I'm just asking her, not because it's like, hey, do you want to see if she wants to come over and join the party? It's like, do you find her attractive?
But, well, I suppose, guys, we got to get moving on with our podcast here. Reverend Blumpkin, it's been my pleasure, our pleasure, actually, to
Thank
speak
you
to
very
It's been my
much,
pleasure.
Reverend.
Let me just do a quick plug for the show here.
Absolutely.
You can find the show on YouTube. You just search Blumpkin and Friends. I've gone on to Podbean, so that's Blumpkin Show, BLUMPKIN show.podbean.com. And you can reach me on Twitter at Blumpkin Show.
Absolutely. And I will definitely be listening to more of your episodes. Gentlemen, are you going to begin downloading?
I'm all for downloading. Look for those downloads to happen.
Absolutely.
If I don't, please beat me with a soggy noodle.
And anybody out there listening to us, definitely check out his show. It's definitely worth your while.
I'm going to sign off as I usually do in one of my own episodes here. I'm the Reverend Johnny Blumpkin. Good night.
Awesome. Good night, sir. We'll talk to you later on.
You're listening to Blumpkin and Friends.
In accordance with my probationary terms from the state of Michigan, here is some community work service. I, Brownbeard, give to you, Dear Crabby. Dear Crabby, my husband and I live next to a married couple who are about our age, late 30s. Our condos are close, less than 12 feet apart, and some of our windows face each other. They removed all of the curtains and blinds about a year ago. We absolutely try to avoid looking into their house, and we've angled our blinds to obstruct our view most of the time. But even walking through our house, you can see into most of their house clearly without even trying. So far I'm not seeing a problem. I enjoy a good show.
Yeah, I don't have any curtains at my house.
I'll continue reading. A month ago, I caught a view of our neighbor in his living room. The husband was sitting on the sofa in the living room, totally nude, clearly in a sexual position. Cha-ching!
Jackpot.
A few weeks later, my husband saw the exact same scene as he checked the weather outside. We began to feel uneasy about the whole thing. I don't know why, quit being such a fucking prude.
Was he by himself in a sexual position?
You know, she doesn't say. I'm assuming that there was a partner involved, but maybe he was just sitting there all naked on the couch, legs sprawled wide open, just going to town on himself.
So, Brownbeard, do you think he was getting pegged?
Pegged? No, but he might have been getting an old-fashioned Bajowski.
Oh, that'd be more pleasant.
Lucky son of a bitch, pegged. Yeah, he was on the couch trying to watch Sports Center while his wife was strapping on a big black dildonk and ramming him up the poop chute.
Some people are probably into that.
Just firing a cannon right across his poop deck. Terrible day. Anyways, we began to feel uneasy about the whole thing, like maybe they wanted to be seen. They could go in their bedroom, so why were they doing this in front of their big, uncovered family room windows? I don't know, they wanted you to fucking see him fuck. Perhaps they were hoping you'd go knock on the window and want to join. I don't fucking know. These neighbors were always polite when we interacted with them outside. I contacted the Homeowners Association, complaining about their lack of window coverings. Fucking buzzkill. Shut up, bitch. There's no regulation requiring anyone to have window coverings. Oh, yes, that's right. Watch the fucking. Watch all the fucking while you eat your dippy eggs, you bitch.
You don't like watching other people fuck?
I mean, don't just stand in front of the window and watch them.
No, have your lights off, sit further back from the window, and have a bowl of popcorn.
Right.
It's a free show.
It's a free show. People used to pay good money for that shit back in the day on cable providers.
They still do.
Anyways, the association said unless we were seeing something obscene, there's nothing they can legally do. We're not sure what to do now. We feel like we should be able to look out our windows without being fearful of seeing our neighbors in a compromising situation. What do you think? I think you're fucking jealous because you know your neighbors are getting it on and they've got a real sexy marriage and you've got a boring old shoe that still fits, but it's not worn out enough that you're going to throw it away, aka divorce type situation. Crabby here thinks that you should shut the fuck up and enjoy the show. Maybe go knock on the door. And instead of going to the store to buy some D-cell batteries and a Toblerone, you go over there and you join in. Maybe don't even bring your husband. Maybe you go and you be the third wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then while she's on top of him, you could lick his balls while she farts on your eyes.
That would give her pink eye.
Who gives a shit?
Probably her.
Fortune favors the bold. Nobody ever had a good time by sitting on the bench. You got to get in the game.
Yeah, you have way more fun in the game.
Sometimes you got to get in there and you got to give somebody a little licky tickle on the jungle bridge. Sometimes you got to take like one of those butt-proby hook things and ram it up his ass and stimulate his G-spot while he comes on your tits. Sorry, I've been watching a lot of internet pornography
It
lately
sounds
in my
like it.
downtime. Maybe he wants you to strap on a dildonk and fuck him in the poop chute.
That's pegging.
And then his wife is going to strap on a dildonk and she's going to fuck you in the fun hole from behind. So it's like, I don't even know what that is. It's just sexy.
That's just cool.
I like that. Here's my last bit of advice. If you don't want to do any of that other disgusting stuff, let's take the moral high ground here. You've got a problem with your neighbors that are fucking in front of a big open window. So here's what you do. You move your dining room table right in front of the window. And you put your ankles in the air and you give them a show right back. You make it a competition. Who can do the sluttiest things in front of the window?
Ooh.
Yeah, that's right. You sit there and you have your husband slap you in the tits like he's mad at you for sassing him. And then you lay on your tummy while he does you doggy over the edge of the table right next to the Easter candles. Well, the neighbors are watching and they're going, well, hey, we were just trying to blow each other on our fucking sectional. Well, look at these sick sons of bitches. How dare they? And ironically, you'd probably get the cops called on you because you're trying to do unspeakable acts that I guarantee your uptight ass isn't going to do anyway because you had the wherewithal to write a letter complaining about seeing some naughty time. Interact with the show on Twitter at Blumpkin Show. That is at Blumpkin Show. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/group/Blumpkin and Friends. I'm the Reverend Johnny Blumpkin. Good night.